Well, is this breaking news or is this just another day of Real Housewives of New Jersey drama? I was eating my lunch and what do I see? This radar article dropping, but that's my fault for scrolling while eating. When you first look at this article, it is a little clickbaity, but we will get into it. So, subscribe, turn on notifications, chime into the conversation. I talk all things Bravo, Housewives, other VPR chats, and pop culture tea. So, let's take a look into this article. Okay, at first look, when you're just kind of like, I don't know, glancing at it, it's like, wait, are Dolores, Teresa, and Rachel Fuda on the chopping block? No. You have to read carefully. RHONJ cast on chopping block, Teresa, Giudice, Rachel, Fuda, and Dolores. But then it said, so like the way they wrote it, it's a little confusing, but then it said to be safe, as Bravo brass likely to dump feuding factions. This whole faction thing, honestly, it's as if you are reading a book on wars or something like that. Like the way we're talking about housewives these days, which is so ridiculous. And I'm not even going to get into which housewife, who did what. There's enough content on my page regarding Jersey and all the feuds and the ridiculousness. All right. Um, in terms of radar, they didn't just get like one source, they have like multiple sources in order for them to write this article and present this to us. Andy Cohen addressed the possibility of a cast revamp during an interview on SiriusXM's Reality Checked. Apparently, he said there was a lot to play with. That one, I think the answer is I was talking to a cast member today. We are going to cross next season as that comes. Basically, they're talking about like cast shakeups. They'll just deal with it like next season as it comes up. And then Andy said, right now, we're just kind of focusing on okay, well, if we're not going to do a conventional reunion, what are we doing and what is something different that we can do? So, obviously, we have the whole news about not having a reunion. Here's the thing, if they already know this early on that they will have a cast shakeup, this new direction of a reunion that they're talking about, what even is the point of that? Like, obviously, what happened with RHONJ was very sad. They had, I think, like five housewives. It dwindled down to like five. Obviously, RHONJ was a different situation. Some of the content was quite heavy. They knew, I guess, they were done with RHONJ and then they didn't bother having a reunion. The whole point of a reunion is so the cast that you have, there's some sort of resolution or some sort of getting to a good place, whether or not the entire cast comes back or not is besides the point. We want to get to some sort of resolution. But this early on, prior to the mid-season, if we already know that half the cast isn't going to come back, what's even the point of, entertaining something else but a traditional reunion? They said Rachel is also expected to return due to her rift with Teresa. Rachel Fuda, John Fuda, essentially replaced Melissa and Joe Gorga. So, Melissa and Joe Gorga, I would not be happy if I were you. This is what you get, guys, when you don't want to play fairly in the sandpit. You don't even get a chance at the sandpit. Go home. Don't go to the park to play. There's no sandpit for you. Just stay home. Apparently it won't be hard. It won't be a hard reboot like NYC, but likely they'll get rid of people from both sides because it's so fractured, the insider explained. We do have, some good things. We got Teresa, Dolores, who is Switzerland, Rachel, who is just like doing fantastic. Rachel and her husband. I also gotta include John Fuda. We know how much he likes to be included. Um, yeah, so we got some good news. We will be seeing Messy Fessy, apparently. Um, yeah, and Dolores and friend Jen Fessler because they interact with everyone. See, this is when you play nice with everyone, whether you like them or not, things work out. But when you make demands like, oh, I don't want to talk to this one and that, because what are you gonna do? You gotta pick someone. You can't bring everyone back if there's, factions and people aren't talking to each other. Sources claim they can expect to see Dolores for season 15. I'm just like having such a hard time even like getting through this article. It's like season 15, we're still in like season 14. Granted, it's a shorter season and they don't really have proper cast trips for this season, but still. Um, Messy Fessy, in an interview, she did say she's very well aware that changes are expected. Things are shifting. Everyone is thinking about all the possibilities. Okay, so that's essentially what the article is. I don't really see anything much beyond that, but the title, the way they wrote it, definitely captured everyone's eyes. Okay, I think Jackie might make a return if Teresa makes a return, which sounds so weird, but Jackie is okay to play ball. We are not going to see Jennifer Aydin anymore. She's probably going to be reprimanded for leaking screeners to bloggers. This, guys, is just like my own personal opinion. I'm not looking at the Radar article anymore. They didn't even talk about Jen Aydin, or not that I saw. Jen Aydin, sorry, girl. I think she's really funny, but I think she's going to be done. They're going to need Teresa to have a good girlfriend, and Jackie seems like she's up for that role. So I think if Teresa comes back, Jen Fessler comes back, maybe as a friend of, I think there's some hope for Jackie to also return as a friend of. The Margaret, and the Gorgas. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Look, guys, whether you like Teresa or not, Teresa is the show. Teresa is Jersey. Much like how Kyle is Beverly Hills. Kyle is Beverly Hills, but they still do a good job of including the other women. Like, it truly is an ensemble cast. However, I think there's a lot of us when it comes to Beverly Hills where we like to see Kyle, the family, the house, the kids growing up, all that good stuff. And same with Teresa in New Jersey. When she went to camp, they stopped the show. Who else have they stopped the show for before? I'll wait. Tell me. Um, yeah, it's not looking good for Marge. I don't care who started what. Marge is also equally responsible. Marge is responsible. Louis is responsible for the state of things. The Gorgas, they also have some responsibility in what's going on. If Joe Gorga is no longer part of the cast, I do think we might see less of the husbands, and thank goodness. I don't want to see more of John Fuda, Louis, Joe, really any of the husbands. Why are you here? Why are you here? Like, can women have one thing to ourselves? Can we have some space to ourselves without the men interfering? Like, go play golf, go do something else. Like, why are you here? All right. Ugh, Danielle, she was trying to be on reality TV in a consistent manner for so long. And then she finally gets her big break, showing all her bouginess. And this is probably the end for her. Maybe they'll bring her back. I really don't know if there is enough. If she ever talks about what the big deal is in her family with her dad, the brother, maybe there's some hope there. But other than that, I don't think so. So, Rachel, Dolores, Teresa, from this Radar article, they're safe. And then if you read the fine print, it seems like Messy Fessy, she might make an appearance. She should be okay. And then in my opinion, I think if Teresa returns, there might be some hope for Jackie. But the rest of them, Margaret, Melissa, Jennifer Aydin, Danielle, it's been nice knowing you. It's been nice knowing you, but there's going to be a cast shakeup. Also, there's some rumblings of new housewives who have yet to be presented on the show are in talks of getting on the show for the next season. Again, it won't be a full reboot like RHONJ, but it might be a revamp like Atlanta. And guys, keep in mind, this show has been going on for like well over a decade. So I think it's expected that we start seeing these revamps. As much as we like are like the OGs and whatnot, they can't always bring back the OGs, whether it be legality or some other drama. They need to move forward in a way that's like fresh and vibrant and all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this cast shakeup. Do you want Teresa to come back? Do you want her to have her own show? Do you want to see Melissa back? What are your thoughts on Marge? You guys can go see my recaps as well. I cover RHONJ, the other Housewife Cities, BPR drama, some other, pop culture, reality TV tea. I got you here on Bravo Hot Tea. Definitely subscribe, get your girl to 1,000, and I'll talk to you all later.